Assalamu alaikum everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I don't know if some of you are still here or not. You're probably gone since it's been about a month since the last upload. Yeah, it has been some time, hasn't it? But fear not, a lot of what has kept me busy over the last few weeks has been taken care of. And and I know I've said this many times before, just take my word for it this time. We're gonna be back to a more consistent uploading schedule. So definitely once a week. I'm not gonna over promise and under deliver. I'm not gonna tell you it's gonna be twice a week or 3 times a week. Right now, I am solely committed on making sure I pump out a video once a week. We have much to discuss for the events that have transpired over the last few months, but we shall cross that bridge when we get there, because today we're talking about social media and its impact on us, on the world, but more specifically we'll just focus on its impact on us as individuals. So to start off, what I want to do is I want to get your guys' take on it before you watch this video. Comment down below what your thoughts are, what you think about social media. Is it good, bad? Is it a combination of both? And yeah, so just make sure to do that, and let's get started. So I'll start off by highlighting my experience with it. Some of the platforms I've used are Snapchat, or predominantly used, or Snapchat, Instagram, and as of recently, unfortunately, the TikTok, the infinite scroll trap. So my experience with these platforms is it hasn't been too negative overall. It only becomes really negative once it becomes time consuming. So for example, with regards to Snapchat, that was way back in the day. It only became useful for the Snap Map and whatnot to see if, like for example, different events were happening, different protests were happening. You just have access, select the Snapchats being uploaded in those locations. But other than that, there wasn't really much use in it, nor do I really recommend it for anybody, because what's the point? So I thankfully got rid of Snapchat. The interwebs, other social media platforms like Instagram, they can be used for good and bad. I mean, bad in terms of just wasting time on an infinite scroll. But if you have a platform where you just want to share your creativity, be it a podcast clip that's cut out of this one, maybe, who knows, or your photography skills or anything else, that's fine. But in terms of just having a platform just to have a platform and just posting stuff aimlessly and then getting random people to follow you, or, old friends and whatnot, it's one of those things that just keeps you grounded where you are, and you never really make that leap into growing as an individual, which is what we all are looking for. So with regards to Instagram, if you have a use for it to leverage it as a creative outlet or as a business and whatnot, that's fine. Otherwise, it's technically useless. And again, useless. Now with TikTok, completely useless. Don't get me wrong. It's completely useless because of the infinite scroll feature that just keeps you on that app, and they can keep you on there for hours. You won't even realize it. Like before you know it, an hour has passed, an hour and a half, 2 hours. And it's just like, where has the time gone with you just aimlessly scrolling through all those videos? Now, one thing that all these social media platforms have in common is they're free. So when something is free and it's given to you, it's like, just use it as much as you possibly can. Hey, we're trying to put as many features in the app to make it so that you stay on there longer. You got to start thinking about, well, what are its potential impacts if you're not benefiting from it? Well, number one is wasted time. When there's an infinite scroll feature, especially on Instagram and TikTok, and you're just aimlessly scrolling, you never benefit anything. You never learn. I mean, you could learn some stuff here and there depending on who ends up coming up in your feed, but overall it's time consuming. So what it's getting from you is your time, And in exchange, what are they getting from you? Data. That's what they're getting. And they auction off that data because what? Because technically, you don't really own your profile. And that's the truth. Any account you have, beyond Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever it might be, you don't own that account. It is not yours. It belongs to the company that made it, which is why they can sell that data and there's no legal repercussions for it. So that's one thing to make note of. So in exchange for your time, you're making them rich. So let's say you value your time at, let's say, $20, $30 an hour. You spend 5 hours aimlessly scrolling. That's $150 of your time that you've just given away. And this company is now going to mine that data and sell it. That's it. And one second. Sorry about that. I had an alarm go off. I was supposed to be asleep at this point, but you know, it is what it is. But back to what I was saying. You are the consumer. They are the producers. When you're a consumer, you're not really providing any value even for yourself, let alone other people. You're providing the value only to the corporation or the company that made the app. So that's something to really make note of and really think about. You're exchanging your time that you could have spent using towards something else more productive, be it focusing on one extra interview question that day or learning more about a specific skill set to get a job or even applying to jobs. You just wasted it sitting around aimlessly in the name of entertainment. So really think about that. We really need to be less dependent on it. For some people, you can't really just get rid of entertainment, right? Like you need to have an outlet to have fun. You know, back in the day it was movie theaters. Now it's whatever other platform. Anyways, I don't know why that just happened. It just shut off immediately halfway through me talking. But you get the point. You want to be less dependent on it. You don't have to completely cut it off, but really manage your time on it. That's what I would recommend. And, you know, cover your footsteps. Unfortunately, that's something that needs to be told to a lot of people. Some people post things on there that either make posts like typing posts or picture posts that you may not want somebody to dig up, right? I mean, you might crack a joke. Somebody can come across it later on when they're more offended and when they're making more excuses for themselves to be offended. Just overall, cover your tracks. If you're done using a platform, just delete everything and then not deactivate the account, file to delete the account. Usually takes about like maybe 30 days, but just get rid of it. That's it. End of story. It's not that difficult. And it's just overall the smart thing to do. And yeah, that's essentially it. This is the quote-unquote comeback video, you know, because it's been a minute. I've missed you guys, all 3, 4, 5 of my viewers. I know I've let you down, but there's much to discuss in future videos. Let's just leave it there. So with that said, have an amazing day, and remember, consumers are not producers, and long term, producers always prosper while those who consume continue to not prosper. Take care.